Hello and welcome to Stargazing, the show that brings you up close and personal with your favorite stars of reggae and dancehall music, Jamaican popular culture, and people who've impacted society in a very big way. I'm Shaun Cain. In this edition of the show, we'll speak with a lady of theatre who's been in high demand because she's so good at what she does. Let's take a look. Roots plays cast on stage a picture that reflects the complicated twists and turns that characterise our existence as human beings. They mimic the situations that make us cry, lie, run, hide, and above all, laugh. One of the persons currently keeping theatregoers in stitches is Juliet Shank, whose latest stage engagement is Everton Dawkin's Crazy Landlord, in which she plays rowdy tenant Dell.
Very bright, like morning star. Them not only a give money now, them want give a whole bakery. You see when man spend their money for woman, them have power. You see when woman spend their money for man, them have power.
Juliet, who is also a drama teacher at the Excelsior Community College in Kingston, started acting when she was just 11 years old. She told the Stargazing with Shaun Cain show that she appeared in a recital at her primary school, and her teacher, Mrs. Bowen, was very impressed with her performance. She said after the event, Mrs. Bowen told her that she had natural acting talents and encouraged her to take the art seriously. She said her next acting opportunity came at her church when she was asked to join the drama group. Juliet recalled that further opportunities came along for her to practice her skills and build her self-confidence. More people eventually recognized her ability and encouraged her to study acting. She subsequently enrolled at the Edna Mantley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. From there, she just landed in theatre. Juliet has appeared in many Roots plays including Single Parents and Double Dose with Keith Shabada Ramsey and Garfield Bad Boy Trevor Reed. Juliet always puts on a great show, which makes her one of the most sought after actresses in Jamaican theatre. She prides herself on having a good work ethic, learning her lines, mastering the art of ad-libbing, and taking her craft seriously. The Kingston-born actress says she's taking theatre one day at a time, and wherever her skills are needed, as long as she feels it is the right production for her, she will accept the offer. Everton Dawkin's Crazy Landlord will stream live on Facebook on Sunday, February 14. Welcome back. Juliet, walk on.
Well, I am here gazing with the stars, yes, because you're a star, you know, man.
Well, I think you're the star, Juliet, and we're gazing with you. We're just looking at you now.
No, you are the star because people like you who highlight people like us, you must be the star, and we appreciate you. Right off the bat, we want you to know we appreciate you, okay?
Well, I'm pleased to hear that because that's the purpose of this show, really. Just to highlight people who've done really good things for humanity, for our musical culture and other parts of our culture, you know, just the whole heritage. And so I just feel that it's a responsibility of mine to help let people know all about this. But now, in terms of theatre, you're a very strong lady of theatre, and theatre is very popular in Jamaica. How did you become a part of that?
Well, boy, sometimes you ever hear the saying, you don't choose something, it chooses you.
Right.
Well, for me, yes, I was more into singing when I was growing up, you know. In the church, it was singing for me. But then Avina Powell, I never forget Avina Powell. She called me one day and she said, come here. I was at Edna Manley and she said, come here. I have a little skit and I see you do your thing with old story time. And I think you can do something. You go and do the skit for me because I really don't think I want to do that skit right now because the guy is too young and I'm too of a mature woman to be playing like a little boy. I don't like it. So like, you know, you're a young person. You go and do it. You know, and I was shocked. I was amazed that she would really pick me out. And then she introduced me to Kenny Salmon. But let me tell you something. It all started in my church drama group. But how I reached on stage professionally, you understand me? It was Avina Powell. She introduced me to Kenny Salmon, and trust me, the rest is history.
Right. So when you were quite young, as you said, it started in the church, but let's look at when you were quite young and all sorts of thoughts were going through your mind as to what you wanted to be when you grow big and all them kind of things. I mean, was theatre ever a part of that dream?
Yes, in some ways, I even used to dream that, I was on stage collecting awards and all of those things when I was small. Because, I used to love watching Louise Bennett, hopefully. You understand? And Leonie Forbes. When I was growing up, I just used to love watching them, and I always used to say, wow, I'd love to be like them. But in my head, it was really music. You understand? But then drama just happens to just walk right by and just knock music out of the way. So I wanted to become a singer, to be honest. But then drama took precedent over this, my singing. And from there, I found it very, very, very interesting that I still do both, but I love drama more.
But in terms of singing, then, what kind of singing? Did you want to become a recording artist, or you just wanted to do a bit of cabaret? You go to a hotel and you sing, or you would sing at weddings and other events like those. Was that the kind of singer you wanted to be?
I wanted to be an international star, to sing, have albums and all of those things. That was my dream when I was growing up, because singing was my thing, as I told you. But I don't know, I just get distracted by drama and just went. I don't know what happened, but I still sing. I sing at functions, weddings, all the different functions that you can think of. I still do. I still do sing, because that's one of my passion, and I still do it.
So when are you going to go to the studio and sort of lay down some tracks, some vocal tracks, and we hear you being played on the radio singing? Is that ever going to happen? Is that still a dream?
Yes, that is still a dream. Especially when I was watching Britain Got Talent, and I saw all kind of different people of different ages. I said, wow, there's still a chance for me to do something, And I said, one of these days I'm going to get up the nerves to just go ahead and do it.
Tell me a little bit about the upbringing. Were you a little church girl and mom and dad and everybody? How did it?
Well, where mom and dad is concerned, I didn't grow with my mom, because she was sick and she lived with other family members in the country. My grandmother took me to Kingston when I was 8 months old, because my mother couldn't take care of me. My father died when I was 11 years old. So from there, my grandmother was like my only parent, and she did a very good job. Grew us up in the church. I was singing in church from the age of 2. She used to put me on a stool. And I remember the first song, for the kingdom of God, it's not meat or drink, but righteousness, peace, and joy. And never, never, ever forget that. And from there, I sing on the choir. Everybody, like, sometimes you have talent, but you're not sure, But people around me, and I bless heaven every day for these people that were, around me from my community. And they really did push me. Juliet, go ahead. Go ahead. They said, go to Edna Manley, because you have a talent for drama. You understand? Singing, I would go all over the island and sing. Choir festival, I would, yes, my church choir, you name it, weddings, everything. In my church, once somebody's getting married, they have to be Andrea Steele or Juliet Shank. Whatever is given to you, it's for others. It's not for you. It's for others. Every talent, everything that you do is given to you. It is to serve. It is to share. That's it.
Yes. So your grandmother, is your grandmother still around that you sort of see it?
No, she died at 96 years old.
Wow.
About this year would be 4 years. And she was my source of strength. She was my best friend, Dr. Lynn Walker. She was my best friend. I remember at age 15, when you're getting boy crazy and all of those stuff. And I remember one day she realized that this guy liked me, and she called me and she said, come here to me. Not wrong if you like somebody or somebody like you, but let me tell you something. Keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you. You understand me? And if you need to talk about anything, come to me. Come to me. So I said, if you go talk to mama about them things there, well, I got through my brain and my mind. He said, no, sir. But by growing up, I did. She was the one who really listened and really cared. And so for that reason, she was my best friend. You understand? And sometimes this is one thing I really must say to you, that the older folks need to listen to the younger people sometimes, because you see the challenges that they go through, the fears that they face. We have been there, we have done that, and we pretend too much like it never happened to us, like it's not going to happen to us. I always say to young people, listen, everybody go through that phase, but it's just you have to have self-respect. You have to have self-respect. Anything you don't want for yourself, don't dish it out to others. You understand? I said it's only natural. It's only natural. All of them feelings there, you're not bad. You're not bad people to feel some. You understand? It's natural. It's you have to exercise self-control. That's how my mother said to me, and that's how I tell it to my kids.
That's
That
so,
is it. We need to stop
that sounds
pretending.
good. But Juliet, what are some things that you said to your grandmother about them things?
Yeah, man, I didn't love this guy, and when I was combing her hair, and she quick to grab it, You understand it when you step out of place. And I said, Mama, me like this guy. And she turned and she just goes, so continue combing her hair, because she said, Mama, but you say, I must tell you everything, but me like him. And he said, Mom, come over here, come sit down and talk to me. And she said, So I said, Mama, him can come? She said, said, for true? Like, Mama really said, So when the guy come now, we sit on the veranda, Mama, they right at the window. Right at the window. She could hear everything what we are saying. So she said, he can come, but she was right there listening. And I said, no, Mama, tell me if I make it come and just sit down at the window and listen.
He set you up.
She set me up good. You understand? But she never stopped a friend, whether male or female, to come and look at us. But it's one thing she said, if any boy like you, and them can come from the piece of old veranda, come sit down and talk to you, and a boy where you have no argument with, because any man will got carry you, got hide you off, not interested in you. Him supposed to can come up front and sit down and talk to you in front of me. So if anything happen, me know who to call. Me know who to go drape up and say to you, say, she catch cold. So how she gonna blow her nose? Where you rag the way you got catch it? Wait there. You understand? That was my grandmother. She was so realistic. She shaped me in the woman that I am today. And we must stop pretending as older women. We must stop pretending as older men. We must stop pretending, because we know the feelings. We know the ropes. You understand? And that is why when I do roots theatre, I do it based on the fact that our culture is so diverse. The things that we go through, the things that we feel, it is so unique from everybody else around the world. And roots theatre help to bring out some of these things that we hide, that we're afraid to say, that we don't want our children to be associated with. But this is what is happening. And some people, it is too lewd, it is too this. But it is the genre of theatre that brings to life what we go through on a daily basis in our community. So our children can feel that, okay, I am not abnormal, I am not different. This is happening to somebody else, but how do we take care of it? How do we not let it happen to another generation? You understand? A lot of things that are happening, and when we do it in Roots Play, people are saying, you really go on stage and say that? Yes, we deal with social issues. We deal with things that are real. We're not trying to sugarcoat what is happening out there. We're just trying to tell you, this is it. And then, as you do in drama, there has to be conflict. But what about the solution or some resolution? And that is why I love this genre of theatre, because it speaks to the common man and it speaks to the people in a real way.
That is so good. And you know what? You had to end up in theatre, because you're so expressive. And when you speak, every part of your body resonates what you're saying. Every part, every fiber of your being helps the process, because everything is helping to deliver that message or the point that you're trying to make. That is just good. But theatre in Jamaica, though, tell me, does that pay a lot of money? Or does it earn a lot of money? Let's look at what it earns first. Not what you earn, what theatre brings in. Does it do?
Listen, theatre will bring in money. It will. Trust me. But you have dry spells. So if you are a theatre a producer and you are going to spend your money, you will make good money. You understand? So what you have to do is just invest a lot so you can tie over for your dry spells.
Right.
Most theatre people in Jamaica some of them don't invest. You understand? And some of them, they earn so much and they don't want to pay the actors and actresses what they're worth. And the same people who go through the same process with you when you were going through the little, rough times, because theater, you started out rough. I tell people, when I started theater, I was getting like something like $150. And when I got that, it was a plus because it was something beside the little pay we did I get. But and $150 can't do anything. But I have a love for the craft, so therefore I continue to go. And people say, "Oh, you don't have this, oh, you don't have that." But there's no money because these people, they know your worth. They know that they're supposed to pay you more. They're supposed to be respectful and really think about you as a person, but they don't. And I told somebody the other day that maybe I'm not one of the most liked person in Roots Theatre, and I don't care because I think the next generation that comes along should reap the benefit of this theatre. It is a wonderful theatre. It generates a lot of income. You understand me? And if young people are going to have talent, pay them for their talent. I was not paid for mine. I can tell you, I was not paid. Because I remember I'm doing shows and shows, I'm making like $7 million a night because I can check. Once you say, a X amount of people, I start calculating the money in my head same time. And I remember at one point a producer and I was at it because he wanted to give me like a single figure. And I said, no, I'm not collecting that. You have to double up the figure. I'm not working for that. They want to give you like some liquor money, And I said, no, I'm not working for that. And I stay away from them. I just work with one person. And I don't go around them because they don't think that you're worth it. And you are the one with the talent going out there, doing all the dirty nights after nights, rehearsals, leaving your kids, doing all of this, and you can't see what you're working for. And they think that you're being bad or you're trying to create mayhem or you're an instigator. No. I see people's worth. We come from whatever it is that was before us or our foreparents went through. And it is hard to see the same set of people who are fighting for this are enslaving you by working you and not paying you what you're worth. It is heartrending. And for me, I'm too deep for them. They think that I am a troublemaker, but I am not. I go to places and there are hotels and these people have money and they don't pay you what you're worth. They put you in some sleazy place to sleep and I said, me nah sleep there. Let me sleep out a door in a car, come in and sleep in there. So if me live in a shop, you're not carry me out of my shop in our next shop. You understand? I went to places, I went overseas, and people are saying, what is wrong with she? Who is she? What you want us to put her in the Ritz? I am making millions of dollars to put in your pocket. At least, if it's even this, when we get old, we can sit down and think about it. Somebody sleeping at the Ritz. Pay for one night to sleep in a one good hotel. So that when we all, I may have the memories and I can smile instead of me go down in a depression. Don't you think? Because theater is my life. I love it. But the respect that we deserve, that is all I ask for. If I agree on $50, give me my $50. I don't care how much money you make. Give me my $50 that I agree on. Because it is your business. You put the effort out there to get it going, but give me what I deserve. And they can. And they should. And what needs to happen is that there should be some fraternity, something to secure these people because they're in theater the most of their life. And when they're old, there is nothing to get.
You mean like a pension scheme or something like that?
No pension scheme, no nothing. And it needs to change. I love it, but it needs to change. The people needs to be treated more, respectful. They need to be more respectful to these people. Give them their worth. That is all I ask for. I'm not trying to be a troublemaker. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. But I'm saying, if your child goes to university, see to it that my child go to university. If you get a big house out of it, see to it that I get somewhere to live also. See to it that I am doing the work. We are on there running up and down, bucking before. Right now, me too big to them not good. Come about them up on stage. Yes, it's true. And I mean, I have to let to spend that to forget them. No, these are the things. When you do something, you must see what you're working for. You understand?
It makes sense.
We need to change our mindset in the theater world.
It makes sense. But do you ever fall out with any producer over money?
Lord Jesus, help me, Lord. Praise Jesus. Look here now. The first thing I made it clear. I said, listen, if I'm going to work, you have to pay me. Pay me. I have been to places where overseas and people think that my money is too much. And they take money out of my pay. I remember I went to one place and this producer decided that he's not going to pay me what they agreed sum. And I sent it back again. I said, take that. And yes, and I can tell you, I said, take that. Keep it. Because maybe you need it more than me. Because I was so upset that you think that I don't need my money. And I've seen a lot of actors and actresses work in the business and they do well and they create this kind of, I mean, you see, with Everton Dawkins, we're like a family. You understand? Me and him kick off enough time. One if a time, him can tell you, I don't mince my words with him. And he understands me. That's why I stay with him. And I don't really jump around and go anywhere else. He understands me and he knows my worth. And at times, we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. But he shows me the respect that I deserve. And that is why I stay. He treats me like a friend. Because I'm telling you, if you have your friend and your friend to follow something wrong, you understand? You have to disagree to agree.
Yes. Yes.
We know we love each other and we care about each other, so we just keep it out. And we fall out over money too. We can tell you that. We fall out over money. You understand? But I'm going to tell you that some of the other people, why they think that I work with you one-off, I've been overseas, finished working, people will tell me that when I go back to Jamaica, I get the money. No, I'm still working. You pay me when I'm still working. And when I went back to Jamaica and waiting, nobody not call, not a line, or a letter, or a 50-cent stamp. Nothing. So you left your home, your children with other people. Mm-hmm. You go overseas and you work. And then when you return home with bills owing. Mm-hmm. People looking at you, what, she got foreign the other day and she come back, she broke like dog. Mm-hmm. Not that I care about what people say, because I don't.
Mm-hmm. But it's the principle of it. You went to work to be paid. Mm-hmm.
You pay me. I've had a lot of instances where I've been overseas and when people hold me half of my money. I've been around the 14 parishes and I've worked like a dog and I have no pay, I have nothing. Let me share an experience with you. Let me cry one night. I went to a show and I worked and I worked and I worked and trust me, I put my all in it. I even give my ideas and stuff. And when the show was over, I know that I didn't make a lot of money because it was a small audience and so forth. But everybody could get something. And I remember I left my kids home. And what I left them with was nothing much. But I said to my big son, I said, listen, let this serve until I get back. Because I know I was coming back about 2 o'clock in the morning. And they were there. And when I was coming back, it so happened that the show finishes a bit earlier than I thought. And I didn't have anything home. And I'm not ashamed to tell people, nothing home for my kids. And when I went to the producer and I said, okay, maybe you can't give me all of my pay, but give me some of it. And the producer was bent on doing other things with the money than to give me. Mister, let me tell you something. Give me a portion of my money or else I'm not coming back because you can. I said, you people need to understand what we go through when we leave our homes. And people said, oh, you're making people this and that. You're letting people think you're creating. No, I'm not creating income because most of the times when I approach them by myself. I talk to them by myself. If I'm negotiating, I negotiate for myself. But if anybody see and want to come and negotiate for themselves, because these people have tried it. Negotiate for them and said, we need, and then just step left me.
What you've described is kind of probably one of the not so pleasant sides of theatre. But also the other side, whereby you have to learn your script, you have to get into character, you've got to just display who you are and the role that you're playing, make sure you master that. Lines, learning those, must be a big challenge. Would you say that?
It can be, but you see, at times when we meet to rehearse, because we're so close knitted, we try to do it like second nature to us. So like we talk it, we just go through it like I say, this is it, Shaun, and we do it like that. And then while we talk to each other as if it is the script, the character that we're getting into, we talk to each other in the character all the time. So it makes it easier than for us ourselves just talking. But we try to get in character at all time. Sometimes I remember Lemon always have this style. He would say to me, he would call me the character name. You understand me? And say, like if I name Fry Eye, man I say, yes, Fry Eye. You know what's such and such and such and such, but it's a script. He's rehearsing. But for me, I use my kids. You understand? I give them the script and then they read with me and then they wouldn't show it to me. They would say, no, mommy, don't look at it. You have to get it, mommy. No. You understand? So my kids help me, and as cast members, we kind of do it that way in order to get the script. It is hard at times, especially when you have to work. It can be hard at times. Sometimes you go on stage and you are there and you're looking in the other face when you put a blank. And because of the interpersonal relationship that is there, that we trust each other, we communicate on different levels, both on and off stage. We kind of help each other on stage, because Lemon would just look in my face, or Suzette would look in my face and just say, yes, me know what you try to say. Me know what you try to say, the boy are all teeth, because that was the line that I was supposed to say. You understand? And I say, yes, and that me I try to say, you think I do. You understand? And you just
and you get back on, because I was thinking that sometimes you might have forgotten your lines. How do they kind of like throw you a rope sort of thing, if I may say that, to kind of pull you back in, because you're drifting? So how do they get you back in? But as you said, they would kind of just give you the lines in a way that the audience wouldn't know.
Wouldn't know. But sometimes, you know what? God rest his soul in peace. Cleve Warren. He would step off stage and said, no, man, just give me a few minutes. And he would go backstage and say, what is my next line? What am I say? What am I say? And they tell him, and he come back in. As I was saying.
No, but hang on. But when he goes backstage, what do you do while you're on stage still?
You have to improvise. You have to improvise. Me say, I run, yeah, I run. I run. Now you have to come back in here, because you realize that he doesn't know his lines. And he realized that you don't know your lines, his lines either. You understand? To help him. So sometimes, right, you can't prompt him. But the stage manager is always behind the set. So when he gets around there, she would just tell him quickly what it is he must say, and he would come back on stage and say, no, and come back, we need a bottle of water. A lot of improvising go on in our genre of theatre. It is what makes it unique. I hear a lot of people say, but if you go and you watch it today, when you go back tomorrow, it's kind of different. It's the same storyline. But sometimes what happens is that we tend to, as soon as the social issue drop, something happening in the media, something in the news, we incorporate it in what we do to keep it interesting, to keep it going.
And current.
So by the time, current. So by the time we are through, you understand me, and it is recorded, we have this wonderful play, you understand me, along with what the playwright has put on paper and what the cast member, add to it. Because this is the genre of theatre. This is a kind of slapstick kind of theatre that a lot of people, Ralph Olness, God rest his soul in peace, Louise Bennett Coverley, Ronnie Williams, Bim and Bam, these people, they take it to the common man. Take the play, these highfalutin terms that when you go to one of these shows, you can't understand some of the things. So Bim and Bam, Ralph Olness, Louise Bennett Coverley, you understand me, Ginger Knight, Balfour Anderson, all of these people take the social issues that are happening that they can't understand it just by watching the news, and they take it to them in a way they can understand it.
Let's look now. You've got your latest production engagement is The Crazy Landlord. And I think that's going to be happening right about Valentine's weekend or somewhere thereabouts. Tell me a bit about the storyline in The Crazy Landlord, because it sounds really mad, I'm telling you.
Well, trust me, it is crazy. And this landlord is crazy. You understand? And, this is about the rent system in Jamaica. Renting place from people that feel that when you rent their place, they have the right to do whatever they want to do with you. They have the right to come into your house. You understand? Collect the rent in between the months. You understand me? Tell you that, listen to me. You can't carry any friend. After you rent the place, now you can't carry any friend from there. You can't turn on the pipe for too long. You can't take a good shower. You understand me? No, man. The landlord, you're crazy. Somebody need to sort out the landlord.
Seems like it's not the landlord who's crazy, it's the tenant. From what I'm
No,
seeing, crazy
okay,
tenant.
the tenant has to get crazy because if the tenant don't get crazy, the landlord will prevail. And this is a system in Jamaica. They rent you the place. It is not up to par,
Yes,
but they want you, like you're supposed to just take it or leave it. They don't want to fix anything. You
right.
understand me? And
Mhm.
they're disrespectful. They're gonna tell you, "Oh, I mean, work hard and buy my place where you did that." Not everybody come here to own house. Not everybody come here to be. You understand me? House owners. So
Mhm.
if you, God bless you, and you are in a place where you can be nice to somebody and give somebody a home, be grateful that God bless you that way. Be
Mhm.
grateful.
Mhm.
And this is what we want to highlight in this play. That some of these landlords need to go sit down. They need to go understand themselves. They need to go around there, stand and make the body sit down. Them too much. Yeah, man. So in this play, we're going to show you one landlord with too much. And we're going to show you how we put her around the stuff because sit down because she's too much. You see, in Jamaica, what happens is that sometimes people keep their mouth shut. They don't go to the rent board. All of these entities are there and people don't use them because of fear.
Mm.
You understand? So the storyline display is going to highlight all of these little things that we face.
Mhm.
You understand? The disrespect from landlords, the disrespect from tenants,
Mhm.
because it's not one-sided. It is both about the tenants being disrespectful and the landlord being disrespectful. You understand me? And you have to just be keen, look out, and all of the craziness can happen. You know, Sissy B. Sissy B can't hear good, she claim. You understand in the play? She can't hear good, but she know everybody business. Now you tell me. She can't when you talk to her, it's when she don't want if you tell her something want fix, she don't hear it. But you turn on the pipe for too long. Sissy B, lock off the pipe. Do you understand me? And this is something that when you talk to them about fixing the place, they can't hear you. But when you use the facilities, or if you share light with them, or water with them, or anything you share with them, it is a problem because guess what? They want to collect, but they don't want to fix.
No
So
quality,
the,
you don't get quality service, no value for money. They just want to take your money. So
yes, man.
how can people who are interested in this access the show? Because I know gone are the days when you can go to a theatre, you go to the World Theatre or wherever the show
Mhm,
is taking place, and you buy your ticket, you get in, have a seat, and you watch. Everything is being
mhm.
done online now. So how do they access tickets for this show?
Well, you can go on our website, Dynamite's production website, and on it you will see all the things that you where you get the ticket, how you can get the ticket. It is right there. I don't know if you have a flyer
Mm.
that could use because what I have now is just my flyer that I can tell you from my flyer some of the things that you can get. You know, it's pay for view, and then you can it's live streaming on Facebook. But I think it's Dr. Phil's Entertainment and Flawless Rain Entertainment in association with Dynamite Production. And, you know, it's an Everton Dawkins comedy play. It is Sunday, February the 14th. And I think you can get your tickets online. You understand me? So that's the only thing I have that I can tell you right now that you can get your tickets online. And I think it's what US $20, Jamaican $1,500. So how much on I pay up there for UK? When you tell me so I can start check the money from now to know how much money. Yeah.
I don't know yet. I don't know. But when I get that information, I'll let you know if I do.
There are some numbers that you can call
Yeah, you agree.
876
Mhm.
530 6350, and you can call 203-818-2669. These are some numbers that you can call. If you are your family in Jamaica and you want them to watch it, you know, they can pay NCB at NCB Bank. You understand? There's in Ocho Rios. So if you're going to pay from anywhere else, you can tell them the account is in Ocho Rios and it is 584-291133. You understand? So it's Philroy Facey. He is the person who is in charge and Flawless Rain and Everton Darkin. So once you go online, I'm sorry that we couldn't stream on the other media platform. But when you're just starting out and we're going through a new channel now, and we have to see our best. You understand? We can do what we can do with Facebook. So maybe in the future we can do more. But for right now, come out, people, watch Crazy Landlord. It is crazy. When I say crazy, crazy funny, crazy informative. It's just crazy right across the board. And trust me, these actors and actresses gonna bring it. They are going to bring it, because let me tell you something. You see, right now we're bored. Nothing much now going. So you see, all of the energy we store up, we are going to take it to you. When I say take it to you, we're going to give you your money's worth. Trust me.
Sounds quite interesting, and I think this is one that nobody should ever miss, because
No
you
one.
just want to see that crazy landlord and see when you put her in her place and let her know, what you're offering is not value for money, and I'm going to let you know about that.
Yes. Theatre in Jamaica doesn't pay a lot of money. If you have a passion for it, find a good 9 to 5, and then you do theatre on the side.
Right.
You understand me? But I think our Prime Minister should look into this thing. I think he should really look into theatre in Jamaica, because a lot of people come to Jamaica, use our soil to do such wonderful movies, earn so much money. You understand me? And all the theatre people in Jamaica, I would just call on them and say, listen, the pie is big. Let us stop the fighting and let us share this pie so that everybody can really, you understand me, live good off what is offered. Because we have a lot of talent in Jamaica. And it is disheartening to know that a lot of people have the talent and they decide against it because of what this fraternity is offering. We need to step up our game. We need to put something in place for these actors and actresses who have been in the business for years. You understand me? There's a lady by the name of Ruth Samuels. I'll never forget that lady, because she was one of the first person who, really pulled me out in Roots Theatre, because I really wasn't into Roots Theatre at first, to be honest. You understand? I don't think I could really get that. And then she said to me, come here, girl, do this, do that. There are some people in it that did not get any perks, did not get any props. They were not looked at, they were not regarded, because they think they weren't good enough. But you have people like Ruth Samuels. She's a forerunner. And we have to put her up and respect that lady. You understand? We have some people who never get the props. And there's so much more I could mention. You understand me? But let us do this thing right in Jamaica. Let us take theatre to the next level. You understand? And let this be something that people can earn from and really earn good money from it, because there's money in it. But most of the people who have the chance to do it, they're greedy. They don't want to pay people properly. And I know they're going to dislike me for saying this, but I'm saying it. They're greedy. They take, but they don't give. And if this fraternity, if it makes money, give back some to it to really nourish rather, and bring the theatre in Jamaica to a level that it can become an international sensation. That people we have so much in Jamaica. Our music, sports, you understand me? Dancehall, dancing. But theatre is just like, it's not where it is supposed to be. It's like an afterthought. And we should stop it, because it is an industry that can create so much revenue for our country.
But would you say that the infrastructure is there? All the systems that are needed to make this work, would you say that they're there, or that they might need tweaking or developing a little bit more?
It is here, but it is just a few people are missing it. It is here. Trust me. Look at the movies that we put out. Yes, there are certain things that can be done, but it is here. But it's just a few people, and listen, and they're going to eat me for this too again. Now, there are a lot of young people who are in the business, and you realize that when everything is happening, it's just the same set of people they use over and over and over again. You understand? And I mean, you can have 4, 5, 6, 7 movies going on, and all of the young people who have talent, and they just use these young people, use them, continue using them, giving them a stipend when they should be paid for them. I mean, sometimes I don't even like to talk about it, because it is something that I have a young lady who I watched her from a top in the business growing up. And one day she called me. She was so distraught. She said, Mommy, I have been on the road all day in the sun, working. And this particular person gets some money to give her. She was supposed to be paid $100,000. And the person look at her and give her $20,000. And if it wasn't for somebody to call and said, this person, how much you get? And she said, oh, yeah, I get my paid. And she was glad to get the $20,000 because she think, she getting something.
Do you think that was a lot of money? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But these people, they say that they're there on your behalf, and somebody will give them like $300,000, $500,000 to give you. And they will look at you and give you $20,000, 30 and 40. They need to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
They need to stop it.
So in terms of stopping that, I think probably a sort of a legal system would have to be in place, like signing a proper contract, which is enforceable by law. So if you don't get paid, you can take that person to court and recover for damages. So is that in place, or would the theatre people be prepared to accept that kind of system? That if they're taking you on, they have to sign a proper contract, which binds them to their word. Is that something that they would be quite prepared to do?
They don't encourage you to do that. You understand? But if they want to hold you, they will encourage you to sign something so that they will keep you at a level.
But that's generally one-sided. That's generally one-sided.
And because some of these young people want to be out there and to be famous and somebody seeing them, they go ahead and they do it. You can ask people, me not sign a contract. My sister works with a lawyer and she can tell me exactly what is what. She said, this is foolishness. She said, this is foolish. She said, if you sign off everything, paraphilia, everything, you sign off, if they put your face on a hat or anything and then sell it, you can't get nothing. Because everything belongs to them. They own you. That was in, but we're back in
in the dark ages.
Yes, we're not doing it now. We shouldn't be doing it now. Because I've been to a lot of these shows and these places where the reggae artists, they sit down and they talk about their experience. Even the other day, a lady was in the paper that she used to sing, and this lady is living in squalor, and all of these people have her music out there and making money off it, and she is living in squalor. These are the things that we need to stop talking. We need to look into these things. You put your work out there and you're not getting paid for it.
Yvonne Sterling is the name of the lady, and she sadly passed away the other day. Yes. Mm-hmm.
She did?
Yes, she did.
Oh my God. Thank God she see a little starlight before she went. But these are the things. You have people work out there. You let them sign things and then you can't go back and say, and you see them struggling. You see them out there and you sit there and you allow people to die because you're selfish, uncaring, and evil. Let us eat something too. Check up on us every time. Don't only come check when you want to make money and put money in your pocket. We need to stop this. We need to stop this. And theatre in Jamaica can be better. It can be so much better. And every time I call people from overseas and I say to them, let us come together and form an association. I reach out to Joy Grandison, to Charm. I reach out to a lot of them overseas and I say to them, come, let us form something so that the next generation won't come and have to endure what we have been through.
They can have somebody fighting their corner.
Yeah, because it needs to change. How is it that I go up on stage every night, you want to come give me $4,000? 4,000 Jamaican dollars can't cook a night dinner. Cannot cook a night dinner. And me know, because me love when my food nice and will put vegetable up on the side and the juice stand up the sun. Look. I can't. I'm on stage running up and down. You make $300,000-$400,000 in one night. And you run from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 2 shows on Sunday. And you're going to pay me $4,000 per night.
It's really nice talking to you. But before I let you go, Juliet, I always like to challenge my guests to see how much they know about our musical heritage, reggae and dancehall music. And I always ask them questions from this book. It's called Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book. It's written by myself. It's currently available on Amazon. Also in Jamaica, it's available at Ashby's Pharmacy. That's 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston. Just pop over to Ashby's and they'll sort you out. If you're more into apps, the Android version of the app is on the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life Fun app and it will be there for you to download. So I've selected 2 questions for you, Juliet. You run your mouth off a little bit now, So, you sound like, you're big and bad. So I just want to see if that's if you're big and bad in everything. So, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right, give me all the sassy. All right, no problems then. Right, the first question for you out of 2 is, born in 9 Miles in the Jamaican parish of St. Anne in 1945, this Buffalo Soldier reggae superstar was given a Lifetime Achievement Grammy Award posthumously in the United States in February 2001. Who was he? The options for you here are Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, Delroy Wilson, and Dennis Brown.
The one and only Bob Marley.
Right, there you go. Well, all right then. The man's birthday is coming up sometime, somewhere there very soon, and I think he passed.
It's today.
It's today. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So, the great man, we remember him, in all these different ways. And in so many years on from his passing, 1981, I think that's when he left.
Yeah.
And, we're still celebrating because his impact on us and our lives has been so big, so great. We can never forget him.
Yeah.
Very good.
We will never forget him, yeah.
So from one legend to another legend, the second question for you now is, do you remember... Oh, it's 2 questions. Oh, so you're getting scared now. Come on, Juliet, that's not like you. Get into character, come on. Right, so the second and final question, only 2. So the second one says, do you remember the name of the DJ who demanded that Mr. Chin sold the right thing in the 1980s? The options for you are Papa San, Peter Metro, Yellow Man, and Big Youth.
Well, Yellow Man. You know me care from the one.
I was really hoping, I would be able to beat my chest and say, well, yeah, I got you there, but, you're not having it.
No.
Juliet, you're
Yeah,
not.
man, yellow man. Yes, man.
Yellow man, indeed. I see you're very much on top of your culture. You're very much into theatre, you're into social issues, all the different things happening around us. You're into music also. And sounds like dancehall is kind of your thing as well. So are you into dancehall music?
Yes, I am. I like dancehall music. I like every genre of music, to be honest. I'm just a music lover right across the board. You understand? The only little thing, is just that the lyrical content, I am not saying it's not their reality, and this is what maybe they might be going through or facing, because most times when you hear people sing, it is coming from a place that you and I can't relate to, but it is their reality.
Yes.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I won't knock them, but sometimes if you want to say something, choose your words correctly, because some of it is really too raunchy and it sends a negative message. You understand me? Especially to the next generation coming up. Mm-hmm. They figure more or less that they have to be, I have to hurt you in order for you to hear me. Mm-hmm. And we don't want to send out that message. You understand me? We hear you. Mm-hmm. We really do hear you, and we hear the hurt. We hear how society is treating you as young men. We hear the things that your mothers are going through the songs. You listen to them, because some people only judge, but you have to listen to the lyrical content. Mm-hmm. Because I said something to somebody, and maybe a lot of people might agree with me, but I say to a lot of people that even though he's not here and with us, but he is incarcerated, he changed the game. You understand me? That is cartel. He changed the game.
Was that a good change? Was that a good change or an otherwise change?
It is a good change, and some of it is not so good in terms of how some people interpret the messages that was sent out by him. But what I'm saying is that he allowed people to know that they're a brand. He allowed artists to know that they're a brand. Sell your name. Do your thing. When people want you, don't just give them everything. He changed the game, because when he did a lot of things, I watch and I look, and I know some people might not agree with me, but he changed the game. He let artists know that you're a brand. You're not just go take $120 or $30 or $100,000 from one promoter, and then that's it. You wait on them again until he changed it. He said, listen, if I can make you make $100,000, $100 million, I can go there and make my $100 million, because I need people them come to see. And that is what changed the game. And he started, and look at Spice, look at all the other acts that was in his camp where they are. It's because of what was taught that you are a brand. So go out there and do that. And you know what I'm glad for? That all of them that was in the camp did not sit down and wait until the boss come. You understand? To do them thing. Based on what was, you understand me? They took the initiative, they go out there and they make the name and they're making good music. People are happy. You understand? I can tell you now, I'm a Christian. I don't go to dance. I don't go to none of those places. But you see, you have to differentiate. When things are good, you say it's good. When it is bad, and good can be relative to anything, and bad can be relative to anything. Bad to you is good to me. So we're not knocking people are pulling them down. We hear the music in the dance hall. Some of them are creating mayhem and murder, and we don't want that. Some of them, you understand, but I understand where they're coming from. Because when people come from a place that you don't understand, you can criticize. But if they're coming from somewhere where this is what they see every day, this is what they live, you're going to talk about it. Let's start a healing process. Let's start it right here. You understand? The artists, they're the artists that will have differences. Look here, man. We're not going to lose them more. Because listen, we can't lose our men. We can't continue losing our black men. Who is going to be there to fight for us as women? Who is going to be there to father our children?
Good point.
Our daughters won't get any husbands. You know, we need to stop. We need to stop right now. Because listen, this is the devil's agenda. It is his agenda. That our men are not where they're supposed to be. They're not in place to take care of their children. They're not in there to let our sons know that they're worthful. The men are fighting against each other, and it's an agenda devil. And if you don't see it now, you're not going to see it again. Our men need to know that, listen, it is time. When there is no war, cease from doing so. Stop fighting against each other. You're killing out your own. You're killing out your own. Who is going to be there? The women have enough stress as it is already. We need you. We need you guys. We need you to be here. We need you to be here for your sons, for your daughters. So the time you're going to take up a gun to go and fight or do certain things, think about it. Who is going to take care of my son? Who is going to walk my daughter down the aisle? Who is going to defend her when she needs, when she's going through things? Who are we going to talk to? We need to step back. And the industry, the same people who allowed this to slip out, you understand? Say what you have to say, man. Say it. Because if this is your reality, say it. But try to choose another way.
Juliet, yes, it's very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting what you're saying. Let's find another way. You use the term, find another way. Let's find a better way. I think that's where the conversation should start, and the whole discourse is on the better way, and let's do it a different way, another way. I wish we had time to delve into the another way and the better way. But I'm sure we'll catch up at some point again where we can explore things like those, because these are valid points and we need to find a better way, as you said, and another way of expressing the way people feel and also looking for solutions and ways forward.
It's a rich, wonderful culture. And Shaun Cain, thank you very much for having me, for even considering me, because I know this is wonderful. And I wish for you all the best in this business that you're doing, that you will get all the support that you need. And please continue to highlight the work of the people who really give laughter and love, whether in music, dance, drama, whatever it is. We really do appreciate you. And thank you once again.
Thank you so much for your time. Well, that's it for our show for this edition. Our special guest was Juliet Shank. And you know that she's a great lady in theatre. She's got lots of views on many different things and many aspects of Jamaican life and Jamaican culture. So thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment so we know how we're doing. Until next time, I'm Shaun Cain saying thanks for watching. See you soon.